Oh, I'm live. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's very last minute, as always. I am feeling better. What is that? I am feeling better, which is wonderful. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100%. So I'm still not 100% sure I really want something to do something with the camera. It seems so foggy. Jesus. Um, Sorry. Will this work? Hi. Is that better? I think it is. I think it is. Okay. Um, Hello. So I'm doing a live. I'm going to do a weekly reading for the collective because I didn't get around to doing the other ones this week because I was sick. I'm still sick. I'm not, but I'm more than 80% better, I would say. I'm still coughing though. So my plan was really to go out tomorrow. I mean, if I need to go buy food, I put on a mask and I go buy food. I go where I need to go. I get what I need to and zip right home, get a little sunshine. Thank you. Hi, Susan. I'll send you an email after this. Um, yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. I'm not 100% though. So I'm not really sure, depending upon how the cough is tomorrow, whether I'm going to go out or not. I really, really want to get out of the house. Um, don't get me wrong. I really like my apartment. It's comfortable. It's nice. I hung a new picture, la la la. I moved stuff around like I'm always doing. And I go up to the garden, but it's not the same as, being able to be out. And it's not going to rain today, which I'm grateful for because it really poured yesterday. It really poured. Hi, Miss Charlotte. Thank you. Thank you. I feel better. So if you don't know, I had COVID again. And boy, it ain't no bargain, that's for sure. It ain't no bargain. And the weird thing is that I've never had the flu in my life. Never. I rarely get sick. It's a little cold, a little this, but I had it last year, and I had it for like, oh my god, like 3 weeks, and so I got it again, and I knew it was COVID, and it moves. It's really weird. So I still have a little bit of a sore throat. I'm still coughing, but at least I'm coughing because the first 2 or 3 days I didn't cough. Anyway, enough about me. Let's do a reading. Is it clear or does it look foggy or is it just my vision? Is it clear? It's hard to tell. All right. So I'm going to do a weekly for the collective. Clear. Yay. All right. And my phone is on vibrate because, of course, the minute you decide to start, everyone's like, oh, I think I'll get in touch with Jeffrey. And then it makes that noise. All right. But my attitude is good. And I feel like my head is clear. I couldn't, I'd be in the middle of things and I'd be like, where's the water? Where's the water? It was like that. I took the top off of a Tupperware, thing. And it was like, where's the top? Where's that? It was like literally right in front of me. It's like, where is it? Where is it? I can't find it. But I've been really good. I've been staying home. My brain is back. My brain is back. Yes. Interestingly, I really had to, like, my intuition was really strong during it and it told me really what to do. It's like, okay, go sit on the couch for an hour. And then I would sit on the couch for an hour. Go sit in the chair for an hour. So I sit in the chair for an hour. Go sit in the sun for an hour. So I'd go sit in the sun for an hour. Not very productive. Okay. Let's see. So the message I think is process. The message is, I want things done. I want my goal accomplished. I want to, put a period at the end of the sentence. And it's like, well, that's nice. But it takes as long as it takes. I hate messages like that, to tell you the truth. I'm very impatient. Tough. Anyway. So this week I'm going to see my friend, once I feel 100%. I think by Wednesday I'll feel 100%. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel great, but if I'm still coughing and I have a sore throat, I'm going to wait. But the cough is much better. Stuff's coming up. Thank God. All right. So it is the end of August. The end of August. The end of August is actually a really beautiful time of year. Okay. Here we go. I'm getting good cards. Yay, hooray. Yay, hooray. Yay, hooray. I got good cards. I'm going to just drink the water when I have to, because if I drink too much water, I'm going to have to stop the video and run and go back. And I love these little hearts that you're sending, Susan. They're just like floating around. All right. Page of Pentacles, a new opportunity, a new way of looking at things, a new sense of security, a new sense of maybe an opportunity to make money, a sense of maybe new health, right? Because it's physical. Also, there's this energy of maybe utilizing your time in a new way, right? It's like, okay, well, this is how I'm going to utilize my time. Okay, good. Then I have the Six of Wands, which is perseverance in one's passion, understanding that you're loved and supported and admired and backed up by spirit, backed up by community, really feeling that, being on that horse, being the one in charge and knowing you're supported. Yay. And then the Knight of Wands. So, the good news is we have two horses here, right? And horses are about freedom, and horses are about movement. And, okay, now I'm going to go to a witchy place. Right when I started the reading, I was realizing that on the 28th is the anniversary of my mother's death. And sometimes a horse is I think the word, you tell me if I'm right, Susan, a sycophant, is that the word? Which is like an animal or an entity that leads the dead to the next realm. So sometimes a dolphin can be that, a horse, a dog. A sycophant, is that the word? I think it's something like that. So, last year on my mother's birthday, it was really wild. I was walking in the Mercado and I was on my way to get lunch, or, that's what I was doing. And it's crowded, there's a lot of people. And I'm walking, in the crowd. And it's like, okay, I got to get over there. And my mother starts talking to me, like really clear, like crazy clear. And it was so overwhelming. It was beautiful, but it was like, wow. Because sometimes it's like she's there, I feel her, but I don't really hear her, but I was really hearing her. So that might be part of the energy of the week. Yeah, the 28th, and I've met people with that birthday as well. So maybe there's an opportunity for people to, I don't know why I'm getting this, but communicate with those who passed on. Try, if you want to communicate, then try. Sit and say, "Do you have a message for me?" I'm open to the messages. I'm open to the direction, or the I don't know, the comfort, the healing, the love, the support. How do you like that? All right. Away we go. Yeah. So you might be coming out like, and this is what's going on with me, coming out of a place of feeling a little bit constricted. It's like I'm so overwhelmed with all my thoughts. I'm so overwhelmed with all my ideas, with all my passions, and I feel a little bit constricted. I feel like, how am I going to get out of here? And I think it's a matter of deciding not to be overwhelmed and to like choose a way through. Choose an action toward, choose an attitude to grab hold of, right? Because it's also attainment. It's nine. It's an attainment thing. So it's like sometimes I have so many things to attain. It's like just, oh, what jacket should I wear today? Like the one that's closest to you. But it doesn't matter. Just the one that's closest to you, put it on and leave the house. It's a little bit like that. Yeah, I don't know why that came through, Susan. I mean, I don't know why, it's like half the time I don't know half the things I'm saying when I'm doing readings. The rest of the time I think I do. Or maybe I'm illusory all the time. I'm not really sure. Okay. Yeah. Confidently moving forward into a new place. So this is the seven. So seven is confidence. It's a chariot. So the chariot has an energy of movement, and they're not horses, but there's movement here. I mean, it's kind of weird because it's like you always talk about movement with the card, but like the sphinxes are sitting still. But you know what? I get a lot of things from this card. First of all, it's really intuitive. He's like super intuitive because it's Cancer, and the moons are here, right? The moons, right? And then his third eye is a lid. And then he begins to understand. It's really kind of weird. He understands all these weird hieroglyphs. It's kind of weird, man. It's like the legend of the Sphinx. The Sphinx asks the question, and it's like I'm trying to figure it out. But there's this energy of like, I don't know, really getting the dark and the light, really understanding both and sort of combining them and moving forward with it. Um, Not being stuck. He's not stuck. Because sometimes, before you start a process or before you take an action or you feel like this, it's like, oh, I'm waiting for this to work out, and I will take the action when everything's perfect. Or it's like, no, 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 just grab the jacket, start moving forward, and as a problem comes up, as a bump on the road comes up, you'll deal with it as it comes up, right? You prepared yourself. You have stuff for different weather, say, and it's like, well, I didn't expect that rainstorm to be as hard, but I'm on my way to my goal. Or that, like the road is closed, but there's another way toward. It's like, okay, no, I'm not going to leave the house because, no, 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 no. There's a lot of action here. And believe me, I'm feeling like I need to take a lot of action anyway. All right. A lot of wands. A change in passion, maybe a new direction, maybe a new direction. So out of all these conflicting things, it's like, okay, well, maybe I'm going to utilize this, and maybe I can change, maybe I can change. Maybe I could look at things in a new way. Right. Okay. Or maybe I'm going to pick up a passion I haven't picked up in a long time, or one that I'm not used to using, or like that. Yeah, the time is now, and now is the time. It's all wands. So wands are the fire energy. Wands have a masculine energy to them, and they're fiery and fertile and passionate and excited. It's like this is what gets me out of the bed in the morning, right? This is what makes me excited. It's kind of like the difference between you say to the kid, "Oh, do you want?" Like the kid loves French toast. Say you say, "Oh, do you want like oatmeal?" Like, or do you want eggs? You want French toast? I want French toast. I want French toast. I want French toast. Right. Okay. It's like that. Um, and knowing when to act, you know. It's not even like knowing when to act. It's like when you get the instinct to act. This is a very body oriented thing. It's a very like uh, ignite, body, move, do. It's not, oh, I'm figuring it out. I'm waiting for the feeling. I'm waiting for the right time. It's a little bit impulsive, which sometimes is good. All right. Yeah. To rebalance things after, a little rockiness, and, to incorporate, because this one also incorporates. I know people don't talk about it that much, but he incorporates the dark and light. And this one's also incorporating, right? To make it, I don't know, a whole that's balanced. And then the King of Wands. So, a lot of wands, man. I like wands are fiery and electric and fertile and ready and let's go. And I know everything's retrograde. Oh, well, I'm going to wait until everything's not retrograde. Well, put plans in action, start stuff, make an outline, right? Talk to your relatives. Yeah. Look, choices, choices, choices. Also, the choice to be illuminated. It's the choice to be illuminated. This is Uriel. This is the angel of light. So when people talk about Ariel and Uriel, they're different. Uriel is the light of the Lord, or right, and Ariel is the lion of the Lord, which is more like the strength, the courage, the bravery, the valor. So they're a little bit different. People sometimes get them confused, but it's a little bit different energy. Just so you know. Okay. And a beautiful card, probably the most beautiful card. I always say this in the deck. One of my favorites. The the transformation. I mean, it's the transformation. So, I mean, this could also really very much be talking to people who are passed on, but it's really, I think the transformation is really, really taking hold of the passion and starting to act on it instead of, I'm waiting, I'm pondering, I don't really have a plan. It's like you'll figure out the plan as you figure out the plan, you know. So I write every day. So I like to write in it without lines, in a book without lines. And my old book ran out, and I'd been writing it every day since January. And I knew, and for months I've known the day this runs out, there's like a new energy coming, and today was the day. And so I wrote all these new affirmations, and I wrote, because I start with praying in the morning. So I put that in the back of the book. I put it on the thing of it, right? So I put my prayer here, and then I put my affirmation stuff so that I could say it in the morning, right? Then I meditate. This is my ritual. I meditate, and then I I write down like new stuff, or I ask for guidance. And some days it's really clear and they chitter chatter a lot, and some days they don't. And some days it's like two sentences, and sometimes it's 2 pages. But it's new. It's new. So that's what's going on. The transformation, because people like, well, I'm going to start everything in September. I'm going to start everything on the summer solstice. It's like, just start. Just start. That's what I'm really getting. Like if you want the process, because honestly, for weeks I've been thinking about doing stuff and I keep on like second guessing myself. And then I haven't done a thing, which is really not like me. And then I think, like, well, I know like the sickness just completely said, you got to go to bed. Like, and that's it. So that's what I did. And it was really good. And now it's time to reawaken, right? Because there's a real reawakening here. There's a real reawakening. Okay. Like you're out of the cocoon. Yeah, toward healing, toward new ideas, toward things that you love or that you might think you love. Second page. Pages are about inklings. It's about enthusiasm. It's about newness. It's about trying something new. It's about seeing things like freshly, innocently. The angel of healing. You've been rebalanced. The healing is complete. The healing is complete. The spiritual healing is complete. It's like, well, I'm still not 100%. It's like, yeah, okay. But you're 80% or 90%, so you can get on with it. Well, no, no. It's a little bit get off your ass. A little bit of that. Okay. I guess I'm talking to myself. Yeah. Receive it. Receive it and receive the gifts. Receive. That's your job, right? Yeah. I open to receive more love. I open to receive more comfort. I open to receive more intuition. I open to receive more healing. I open to receive more freedom. I open my heart to receive more of, fill in the blank than I ever have before. I open to receive more of my own light into my heart than I ever have before. Because I desire it. Because I'm worthy of it. Because I'm supported. So that I could get on and manifest what it is that I want because I have all the tools I need. Oh, well, I'm not really perfect at that. Look, there's a lot of stuff that I have to do in the future of skills that I just do not have. And they do not come naturally to me, and they're very frustrating. And you know what? I've got to get through it. I've got to get through it. And it's like, am I going to do it perfectly? Probably not. Am I going to do it 80%? Maybe. And if I get completely stuck, you look up stuff on YouTube, you call somebody you ask for help, you do the best you can. It's like if there's something, broken in the house or whatever, like a little piece of furniture broken, it's like, well, maybe the wood glue will work. Is it perfect? No. But you know what? For the time being, it's fine. And then maybe another day I'll go to a carpenter and get it fixed correctly. Or maybe another day I'll paint it or I'll switch it. It's like just keep moving. Latima, is that your name? My vision is not great. Or Lalima. It's pretty either way. Yeah, so I have everything, or you have everything, or we have everything, right? And you know what I got just now? Because this is like eternity. It's like sometimes we don't think we have a certain skill or or I'm not good at this, or la 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 la. And it's like your soul knows. You'll do well enough to, keep it afloat, right? Do I have to know how the entire engine works in order for the car to run for me? No. All right. Yeah, I'm going to a new place. I'm going to a place that I feel is going to be more satisfying for me, right? I've woken up out of my slumber. I've woken up out of my maybe not feeling well. and I'm going to a new place. I'm doing something new. And I feel like there's this energy of newness. It's like it's either a new passion or an old passion that you're looking at a new way. You're going to approach it a different way, or there's something new in it. It feels new because I have two pages. I have the angel of healing. I have like a new illumination. I have death here. So it's really fresh. It's been transformed. Yeah, definitely. I can't revive the old way. I can't revive it. I can try, you know, but it ain't gonna work. I can't move forward into my future life looking back at the past. I have to look forward to the future. Have a vision, take the action, move into it. Even if I don't know what I'm doing. Even if I don't know what I'm doing, so what? Because sometimes I think there are certain, a lot of I make a lot of mistakes all the time. And most times I'm fine with it. But lately I've been like, oh my God, I'm going to make a mistake. And oh, it's not going to be the right thing. And it's like, and that's how you learn stuff. That's how you know what's going to work. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's a new road. And is it clear? No, it's not. It's not. The direction is sort of clear. Um, the intuition is leading you, but it's not, it hasn't been revealed completely. It's almost like you have you want to go to a certain place. Like let's say you're in a city and there's a really tall building and you want to go to the tall building. So you're on the avenue and you're on the right path, and maybe you'll get lost a little bit along the way, but it's like say south. And you're walking, but as you get closer and closer to the building, you realize more and more about it. Oh, it's much bigger than I thought. It's actually, oh, I thought it was glass, but it's actually steel. I thought it was more blue, but it's actually more green. Like as it gets closer, it becomes clearer and clearer. And it's like, but I know I'm heading toward the building and I'm heading south. So that's really all I need to know. Right. Because this is where I'm being led by my heart. This is where I'm being led by my passion, by my passion. Very interesting little reading. All right. I always say that. Don't I always say that? All right. Let me show you the cards. And thank you all for being here. And I'm sorry I didn't get to the weeklies for everybody, but I was just too sick. And I really took care of myself. I really took care of myself. I mean, I really slept a lot. And I was watching YouTube, but I couldn't watch anything that I had to think. So I was watching, sort of things that's like, if it goes in one ear and out the other ear, that's fine. I was watching a lot of nature stuff, watching the bugs and the birds and stuff. Because it's like, well, if I take it in, where are they again? I don't know. Well, it's a mountain, but I don't know where the mountain is. And it's okay. Because I just wasn't thinking clearly, which is fine also. And every time I tried to make a plan for the future, it was just too much for me to handle. I was like, maybe you need to lay down and drink some more water and go to the roof again. So that's what I did. And that's what I might have to do tomorrow. I'll see. I'll play it by ear. Okay, let me show you all the cards. The water is out of the way. Oh, well, I hope it's helpful. Jen, Seattle Book Lady. I like that name. All right, let's go. I always start wherever I feel like starting. I don't know if that works better or worse. Okay, I'm going to start here. All right. Well, the healing has already happened. It's like you've been rebalanced. You've been rebalanced, or you're in the process of being rebalanced by the angel of light and the light of heaven toward making choices, okay, that are more satisfying emotionally and maybe more led by your intuition. A strategy has been formed, and you have all the enthusiasm, your little red feather. You are loved and supported, so persevere. Don't be afraid of trying something new with a sense of optimism. Make a decision and grab the pole that makes the most sense in order for you to move forward. With the knowledge that you can execute your plan. Oops, don't get lost in the chaos. The old idea will not work, only a new idea will. That's why you've been transformed. If help appears, just say yes. The time is now, and now is the time. This is a rebalancing after a little bit of a rough patch. You take the responsibility, and it's in your hand, and you have the knowledge of how to move forward. You're being led by something higher than yourself, by your own higher self, toward a healing, toward more intuition, toward a more loving energy. You have absolutely everything you need in order to manifest this. Ta-da! Ta-da! So, very nice. And, I think it fits with the reading that I did with Nancy as well, which was spiritual connection. So, and, what came up earlier was like to connect with your ancestors. And so, we all have the ability. It's a matter of practice. And it's like you hear or feel something and then see if it makes sense. And, as you get used to it, you'll get better at it. As you get used to it, you get better at it. Because, I sit and I leave this space every day for spirit to come through. And they pretty much come through every day. Some days they're more verbal than others or more feeling than others. And some days, not so much. But it's like, okay. It's kind of like if you call a certain friend every day, and certain days you have so much to talk about, and certain days it's like, oh, okay, I just want to see how you're doing. Oh, I got something in the oven, la, 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 nothing much. Okay. But if you open up the communication, why not be guided by people who you love and trust? And, furthermore, it's about, being guided and loved by your own higher self, your own, your guides and angels. Hi, Kayenta. All right. Now, does anyone have anything exciting to say? I don't know where my glasses are. Wait, maybe they're over here. Hang on. I don't think the glasses even make a difference, to tell you the truth. I don't think they work anymore. And of course, they're not there. Oh. Maybe if I move the screen closer to me, that would help. So I put the cards away. So. Sometimes it's really simple. It's like, just move it a little closer. It's like, oh. These glasses are so filthy, I can't even tell you. Okay. The time is now. Now's the time. Beautiful. I'm so grateful. Seattle Book Lady. How do we learn our spirit guides? Sit. So, Crystal, this is what you do. I am feeling better. Thank you. You sit and you open yourself up. You sit in your heart. Sit in your heart. Okay, sit in your heart and light the light in your heart. Allow it to like expand and say, I'm willing to receive messages from, I would pick one because otherwise the whole world will come. I put myself in a bubble of protection. I only interact with beings from the highest frequency of light and love from the Godhead only now. I seek to speak to benefic beings, my guardian angel. So, okay, so maybe you won't hear anything. All right. So sit with a piece of paper. You got to fake it till you make it, like everything else, right? You got to fake it. The way you learn how to ride a bike is by getting on the bike and falling down and scraping your knee and using the training wheels and knocking into a fence. And, like it's not always graceful. You sit and it's like, imagine what you'd like to hear from your deceased loving grandmother. I love you, honey. You're doing great. Make it up. Seriously, I'm not being funny. Make it up. And you do that for a while. But if you make that space at, somewhat regularly, I mean, I do it every day. Eventually, you get out of your own way and stuff starts coming. And if it's loving and kind and comforting and makes sense, then it's the right thing. If it sounds insane, then it ain't. Because why would you want to get in touch with like an insane relative, right? I want to get in touch with a loving relative, one that supports me and loves me and tells me that I look pretty every day, even if I didn't look pretty. That's who I want to talk to. I don't want to talk to somebody who says, you didn't comb your hair, like that. You didn't want to talk to them then, so why would you want to talk to them now? Right? I call on the loving energy. I call on my spirit guide to help me. And, you act as if you believe that it's real, and eventually it becomes real. But, that's the way through it. I know it sounds insane, but it's true. A lot of insane things sound true, right? Or a lot of untrue things sound sane. All right. Exactly. Jen, that was brilliant. Hi, Dad. I'm still here. Hi, Dad. I'm still here. And I know you're watching over me. And I appreciate it. And I feel it. And thank you. And thank you. And do you have anything for me? Right? And you might not hear it. You might feel it. Or sometimes, you can get a physical thing. It's never like, someone that looks exactly like your dad is going to like show up and say, hi, I'm your dad and shake your hand. It could be like, maybe there's a certain animal or a certain cloud in the sky or a certain color or a smell or something. But it's like, I'm open to receive the messages. I'm open. Help me to see and realize in clarity what the messages are. Just ask. That's it. You would just ask. And eventually it gets answered. It's almost like being a squeaky wheel in a way, right? If you keep on, like let's say you're at a restaurant with really bad service, right? You really need a napkin, right? Right. Can I have a napkin over here? And like no one pays attention. I need a napkin. But eventually you'll get the napkin, right? Even if it's from somebody from the table next door, then maybe that's part of the message, right? Even if it's from, somebody at the next table, they go, oh my God, you poor thing. I see it dripping down, you animal. Here you go, you animal. That's how. Trust that it's already there and just open to receive it and ask. Because sometimes it's a little weird. It's like, this is really not really very clear. It's like, I wish for it to be clear. Please be very clear. So let's say I have two choices of something, right? And I say to myself, well, should I should I go to place A or should I go to place B? And then I'm a little up in the air. If I sit, I get a phone call or I watch something on the internet, it reminds me of place A. Or um, I hear like, oh, place B has a leak or place B is far away or whatever it is. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to place A. Like, that's it. Like, it doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be like the Ten Commandments. Oh, I am the burning bush. I am that I am. It's like, it's usually more subtle than that. Like, help me to see. Help me to see. Help me to see and help me to trust. Help me to see, help me to trust. Right. And it's usually not loud. It's usually quiet. It's usually much more like a little tickle. That's my experience. Yeah, beautiful. All right. So we had a little semi connection. That's beautiful. Cardinals are really magical and they make a nice sound. And they're really red. They're really red. They're fabulous. I used to get actually quite a bit of cardinals in New York. I used to get so many birds in New York. Here it's really more flowers. It's not there are a lot more birds in New York City than there are in Mexico City. I think because it's on the coast and it's a migratory route. And this was a lake and it's no longer a lake, so they don't really have a place to land. And the birds when they migrate really like they like the coast because that way they can. I don't know why. I'm not a bird. Not in this life. Oh, thank you, Shivani. All right. Well, so that's my little take. It's a process. Start moving forward. Ask your ancestors and guides and for help in moving forward. And I will get back to Tarot Tuesdays this week. I might even do it live. The next card is the Devil. And if you haven't checked out my series Tarot Tuesdays, please check it out. It's under a playlist saying Tarot Tuesdays. And I've gone all the way through Temperance, which is, I don't know the number, but I went through Temperance. So the next card is the Devil. Very exciting. And so I'll be doing that this week. And I'll be back to doing weekly soon. And my semi-regular daily intuitive messages as well. Okay. Blessings to everyone. Be in touch with your guides and angels. It's like, look, all the answers are on the inside, baby. All the answers are in the inside. So, and I hope I feel 100% tomorrow or the day after, or whenever they see fit. And if you want a reading, if you want a pendulum clearing, if you want an IET session, all the information is below. Oh. I still have art for sale. I forgot to show you. So their art is available on Red Color Community, and I could ship it. Okay. Collage. I think I call this one Kingship. Okay. This one, what is this one called? This one is Slumber, because he looked like he was sleeping to me. Lovely, lovely. And this one, I think is Outward. I think it's called, because I named one Inward and one Outward. I really like this one. It's like this guy who has like a messed up smile. I mean, you could hang it like that too. It's interesting every way, actually. I just like it like this because it's a bit of a face. People always like a face. All right, and they're all original. They'll be signed. I'll send them. And thank you. Blessings to everyone. Thank you all for checking in and coming in. And thank you, buddy. Thank you. And I'm open for readings, and I'll see you all soon, because otherwise I could talk forever. You know, I'm 45 minutes, which is really good for me. I'm usually over an hour. This is recorded. Yes, yes. Yeah, it'll be up in a little while or whatever. Okay. Blessings. Bye.